Hey you guys, just real quick. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do Acts 1 yet. Today is my baby's birthday, and I've had a couple things to do, a couple phone calls I took, a couple distractions. But just real quick, you guys, I'm gonna talk about this Laze from the Hawaii volcano because I think I have a answer to why I was seeing this open vision on the mirror, the blue. A couple days ago, I say about 4 or 5 days ago, I'll leave it below, especially if you live in the Gulf, because into into the air or into thin air, I put out a video about a possible hurricane being in that area on the 9th of, no, did he say the 9th? No, he didn't say the 9th. Soon, sometime here soon. Some type of hurricane or tropical depression in the Gulf. It looks like may form here about a few days from now. Back then I think it was 9 days or 14 days out. And one, it reminded me of, I know, a vision that I put out. It may have already been come to pass with all the hurricanes that we had. But for whatever reason, the area in which he showed it going into, I think it was one model showed it kind of going in the path of Nate. The other path showed it kind of going in the path of Harvey, I believe. Not trying to scare anybody. I'll find the video and I'll leave it below, especially if you live in the area. Okay, you guys? But it made me think about that open vision of the nuclear power plant and something happening with it. Part of it was fulfilled because that particular power plant had been flooded, and people, it didn't, they didn't say this, but it was found out that this particular power plant had been flooded, and I think they said they had shut it down and it wasn't operating, but everything was cool, everything was fine. But come to find out, it was flooded and there was some issue with it. And I felt like part of it had been fulfilled. And I want to say a couple days after I had that particular vision, there was the Arkema, I think it was a chemical plant that caught on fire. And I want to say it's down the river or up the river from that particular plant. Just a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I always felt like that there was a part of it that was not fulfilled. And I have to now hearing about this latest Texas chemical plant fire in Pasadena. I don't know if it's the same plant because it was a nuclear plant I seen the vision of. But when I seen the aerial view, I saw the vision was of the colors of the aerial view of that particular new plant. So when I saw the aerial view of this chemical plant in Pasadena, I don't think it's the same plant, but it it just simply reminds me that one, hurricane season is coming again. And like I said, if you live in the Houston or in the Texas area or in that little, right there in the Gulf, that area, what is it, Louisiana and stuff, there could be some type of tropical something in that area. If it's not already there, it could already be there, bringing us all this rain in South Carolina. I haven't watched the news or anything, you guys. We've had rain on and off for like 6 days straight, and I think it was due to some type of depression or whatever down there. But there's supposedly supposed to be some type of system, I should say, that will be in the Gulf here in the next few days. I'll leave the video below. I have to go back and look for that vision. I know it's in an old book, or maybe I can look through the videos, but just a reminder that that part of that nuclear plant is not fulfilled. The other half or something, it was something about it, you guys. I always kept saying it. It was like as little bits and pieces came to pass, having to do with that plant. And like I said, the Arkema plant catching on fire, a day or two after I had the vision. I always felt like that particular part wasn't fully fulfilled. I have to cross reference and check to see what that plant was. Hurricane season, you guys, just man, if we didn't think last year was nasty, I can't imagine what this year is going to be like. Okay, you guys, crazy weather patterns. The earth is having birth pains. Okay, last thing. I saw, what's his name? Bagley put out a video, and then I saw Dabu put out this video. I listened to it because it has to do with their Hawaii Laze. That caught my attention. I was thinking, what is Laze? Having to do with this new, I guess, stage of destruction that is happening as a result of the eruption of these fissures in Hawaii. You guys, Laze, it's their new, I guess, threat to the people living there. It is formed when hot lava hits the ocean, sending fine glass particles into the air. It's not just hot lava, it's hot lava and something else. I guess I didn't write it down. You guys, when I had that open vision, I guess I was seeing the open vision on the mirror, and it was blue flames. Well, and I eventually, basically, it had to do with the the volcano in Hawaii erupting for the most part. Okay, you guys, primarily, I should say. I couldn't figure out for the life of me why I was having this vision on the mirror. I was having the vision on the mirror, but it just happened to be in the reflection of where my shirt was white at. Long story short, okay, so the blue is the sulfur dioxide, the toxic gas that was being released. I thought that was bad enough, okay? And I thought that, the blue fire is a sign of the sulfur dioxide being released along with the hot lava and the ash. I thought that was, aside from just the explosion of the volcano or the mountain, or what you call it, the crater, and just the fissures and all that stuff. I thought that was only the worst thing. You know, the worst that could happen would be a all-out explosion. This Laze, I was wondering, couldn't figure it out for the life of me why I had this vision in the mirror, or on the mirror, I should say. This fine glass send, particles in the air, and they say it goes in, you can go into your lungs. You guys, this is like, now I know why I had the vision on the mirror. This glass, you guys, in the particles in the air. You breathe this stuff into your lungs. Boy, this is like a slow, boy. This is, listen, like I said, I thought the worst thing that could happen next is an all-out explosion. But this thing is just, every day is something different, you guys, with this thing in Hawaii. And I really believe that Hawaii needs to brace. I know that people are saying that they are taking this well, but I believe that if you have not gotten out of that area, I know some people, for some people it's not a choice, but I really believe that this thing, Okay, you guys, I just, it's real, this is a lot. Okay, you guys, um, I guess I'll leave one of Dabu's videos. I'll have to look for this particular plant, chemical plant, I guess it is. If it's not the nuke plant, it's chemical plant. I have to find out. In hurricane season, I'll leave Into Thin Air's video below. Okay, you guys, for those who live in the Texas area.